Plus Blonde and J Jive do a few videos on relationship issues because we are like night and day.
What?
I say tomato, he says tomato. Somehow we figure out how to get along sometimes. So I want to know how many people agree with me and how many people do not agree with him.
That should be easy.
That's gonna be easy. Majority of people don't agree with me. I'm a very open-minded person, and I'm a very deep person at the same time. So, like, I like to dig deep into situations and really look at like the major underlining cause. I don't just look at things surface level.
Definition complicated.
It's not complicated. But why overlook things that don't need to be overlooked? Why not analyze things that need to be analyzed? Y'all watch Criminal Minds? I watch Criminal Minds all the time. You always have to get a profile, so you have to look for stuff that you're not even looking for. See? In order to solve the problem.
Complicated.
That is not complicated.
And myself, on the other hand, I'm more of the straightforwardness. I'm gonna tell you how it is, whether you like it or not. F your feelings. But I ain't finna say F your feelings, but
No, you say F your feelings.
okay, F your feelings. At the same time, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you, if you need to tighten up and stop being sensitive, I'm gonna tell you, yo, tighten up, stop being sensitive. If you need to dumb that shit down, excuse me. If you need to dumb it down, I'm gonna tell you, you need to dumb it down.
But at the same time, if you go tell somebody else to stop being sensitive, then you have to realize when you being sensitive. You can't tell somebody else to do something that you're not even realizing that you're doing. Because it's like the pot calling kettle black. And so people really not going to listen to what you're saying. If you saying something, you're not practicing what you're preaching.
What you calling sensitive?
I was just speaking off of what you just said. Did I say anybody was sensitive? See, that was sensitive right there. I ain't called no names. I ain't say nothing. I just spoke on what he said. Now, see what I'm talking about? Sensitive.
I don't got nothing to say.
Because you know I'm right. You know I'm right. The first thing people have to do is they have to realize themselves. Like me, I'm not 100%, but I know me. I know how I am. I know how I can get, and I know this. You know, so I'm always trying to, figure out how to make situations work. Because every situation gonna be different. Just like every person is different. So if every person is different, then I have to address situations differently. I can't have a I'm just me and this just how I am attitude. That's just like not how it works in the real world. That's just what I think, in my opinion. But somebody on the other hand feel like it don't matter. This is how I am, and whatever. Fuck your feelings. Am I wrong? And I just think that's just crazy. Sometimes, you just have to put you aside for the other person. And I feel like we do that, like our families and our friends and stuff like that. So we're gonna do the same thing when we're in a relationship. Sometimes know, you can't be you all the time and me just be me all the time when it comes to being stubborn. It's always got to be some type of compromise.
And I see it as though if you can't be how you are with the person that you with, then who can you be comfortable with? Like, you gotta be able to express how you are to the person that you with at all times. Okay, the F your feelings might be a bit too harsh. I wouldn't suggest everybody do it. I'm able to do it because I can always get myself out of it. I'm charming like that, you did? So, at the same time being charming, I got a good heart. Like, my heart is in the right place that's saying some of the stuff that I be saying. I can see if I'm saying it and I got a nasty personality, but you know I ain't a nasty individual, you know what I'm saying? Like, the people who know me know I'm just, it's just not me to be an asshole. I'm just a natural asshole, but it's not, never mind.
No, you a natural asshole.
I'm a natural asshole, but at the same time, it's me, like, keeping it real. Like, it's me being real with you. I don't want to just go ahead and throw out some, I could give compliments and be flirtatious all day, every day. I could do that.
Just not with me.
Man, I done told you looked so good 15 times in the past 2 minutes. All in my mind, because we've been recording for about 2 minutes. See, we got that telepathical thing going on. She knows.
Telepathical.
Whatever.
Okay, so you're right. If you can't be you, then with the person that you with, then, you know, it's kind of like bomb on that situation. However, it's always a time and a place, and it's always the way that your delivery method. You know what I'm saying? So, like, because you have to realize you might be the only person that see that situation that way. So if you come off all negative, but you're trying to convey how you see the situation, you come off all negative, and that's not, you know, how that person see it, or how that person is used to hearing it, you know, being conveyed back to them. They gonna look at you like you crazy and you just being negative, because number one, off rip, you came in a negative tone instead of analyzing, you know, thinking about how can I really, you know, get this message across, but like in a non-threatening or non-negative way. You just can't say whatever out your mouth however you want to say it and think that it's okay, because you might be the only one that thinks that. So quite naturally, that person gonna look at you like you crazy and you stupid, and your message is not going to be received. So you have to figure out a way to communicate whatever it is that you're trying to communicate with the person in the best way that they are going to receive that information. And sometimes it may mean keeping your mouth closed until you could come to the conclusion like, hey, this gonna be the best way to bring this to so-and-so attention in the most positive manner. Any comments?
All that shit.
I'm just saying, like, right, if so-and-so been wearing blue hair and for 5 years, and for 5 years they've been getting compliments on their blue hair, and you the first person coming around, you like, ugh, that shit that ugly as fuck. Like, yo, it ain't gonna be received. You might really be telling them like, look, I really don't like the way that you look with that blue hair, or, you know, when you around me, can you not wear the blue hair, whatever. But that is not gonna be received like that, because at that point you just sound like a hater. Because for 5 years, so-and-so been getting nothing but compliments on the blue hair. So I'm just saying, I just think you should think about what you say before you say it.
You said all that just to say, and you once had blue hair, and I said I ain't like your blue.
I ain't never had no damn blue hair. But I have asked, you know, because I like to change my hair up. I haven't been, you know, as much as usual. But I like to change my hair up different lengths, different colors.
Let's be honest. Let's talk. Let's be honest.
I was being honest.
Nah, you're not being honest. Because if you're finna tell a story, you're gonna have to tell a story right now.
Okay.
When you come up with some, some creative, unique hair color, do whatever style, whatever. Your question to me is, Jay, how this look? My reply is, That's my first reply. Second reply, because it's still, Jay, you don't hear me talking to you? I said, how this look? Baby. It look good, babe. Man, you straight. It look good. Jay, you just saying that because you know that's the right thing to say. Nah, you straight. You look good, yeah. Okay. That's the first time. First go around. Second go around, same thing happened. Jay, look at my nails. How you like my nails? Man, I don't like this one, but that one right there. You don't like this one? Everybody like this one. What's up, man? You don't like this one? What the hell? I mean, do you want me to be honest or you don't want to?
Okay. Let me speak on the whole nail and hair thing. I've toned down a lot, but I just like to be a little different. And so doesn't really embrace different the way he thinks he embraced difference. Like when we embrace different, it's like totally different. Like you ain't gonna see nobody else doing that. You're not gonna see nobody else with that on or whatever like that. His different, I feel like he puts parameters on his different. His different still have to be within style limits. His different still have to be in the limits of what everybody is doing or what's popular right now. My different is just, it's really, no, you do. My different is really just gonna stand out, and ain't nobody else gonna have it, and nobody else is gonna have thought of that, and it's gonna really stand out because it's gonna look weird. But then when you take a second glance, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's really nice. That's my different. And I feel like I've toned down my different because, and I shouldn't have, but I have. I'm gonna be honest. I have toned down my different because I'm not really encouraged on being my type of different like I've always been before. So that's why I be like, well, no, you don't like this one? This is the one that's the most creative. This is the one that's the most, different. This is the one that really is just off the top of my dome type thing. And him, the colors don't match. It's limits in his world, and it's no limits in my world.